Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? they can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice actually. I'm just talking at you if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of home page, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid. But these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Welcome to those of you watching on the Muchova Kostyuk stream. Welcome as well to those of you watching on the Swiatek Alexandrova stream. Right now we are honing in on the only action right now in New York, which is between Felix Auger-Aliassime and Andrei Rublev. They are playing on Arthur Ashe, but we will have Swiatek and Alexandrova coming up in a few moments on Louis Armstrong, pretty much on time because Alex de Minaur won his match comfortably in straight sets earlier in an hour and a half over the Swiss qualifier Riedi. So as a result, this will be coming up in the next few moments. At least I'll be coming on court shortly. Muchova and Kostyuk as well will be getting underway in a little while, let's say shortly too. But yeah, let's share some scores with you on the screen. I think that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Felix Auger-Aliassime, by the way, he won the first set 7-5, winning 5 of the last 6 games in the set to win that one 7-5 over Rublev. But they're on serve in the second set with Rublev serving at 1-2. Who do you think it'll be, L2, L3, or a win for Muchova today? I think Kostyuk is going to win. That's what I think, Mindy. Mindy, if you can hit subscribe, that would be amazing. Love 15 here on the Rublev serve, by the way. What do we think about Swiatek Alexandrova, by the way? What are our predictions for that particular encounter? I think Swiatek will win, but she might drop a set. Yeah, so they're about to start, or they're about to come on court in the next few minutes. As you can see, Kostyuk and Muchova, though, have to wait for a doubles match to finish before they get underway. Rublev here 30-15. Just going to be concentrating on Rublev, Felix for the meantime, as we wait Kostyuk, Muchova, Swiatek, and Alexandrova to come on court. Osaka and Gauff as well. That'll be coming up later on. Do hit that like button, by the way. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit subscribe. Shall we share our subscriber count on the screen? Maybe it might be an idea. Just to get you all excited. 30 all here on the Rublev serve, by the way. Sport and Politics here predicting a 3-set win for Iga. Game point for Andrei Rublev, by the way, who's on the forehand right now. Forehand again into the forehand of Felix, but I would try and avoid that forehand if I was you. And as a result, Felix has won that point. Deuce. See some Polish scarves. I can see Iga Swiatek on court. Headphones on. Yeah, let me know your predictions as well for Muchova against Kostyuk. See the umpire awaiting the players. Alexandrova and Swiatek. I can see Alexandrova decked out in all white. Swiatek is a black and white combo. We've got another game point here for Rublev. To just bring you up to date for the score with this one, it is Felix Auger-Aliassime up a set on Andre. And he's going to be level on 2 games all because Felix has just dumped a forehand into the net. So it is 2 all in the second set. For those of you wondering what my predictions have been for today, I said that de Minaur will beat Reedy, and that has already happened. I've also gone for Iga Swiatek over Ekaterina Alexandrova. And I've gone for Marta Kostyuk over Karolina Muchova, and I've gone for Coco Gauff over Naomi Osaka, and I've gone for Andrei Rublev over Felix Auger-Aliassime. But Andrei is a set down as we speak, and 2 all in the second set with Felix about to serve. Iga and Alexandrova are both on court, and they are just beginning their warm-up, which means we are 5 minutes away from the commencement of that encounter. Kostyuk and Muchova will be a little bit longer because they are waiting for the conclusion of a doubles encounter on grandstand before they get underway. But all of it, you will not miss a ball or point on Talking Tennis. The winner of Kostyuk-Muchova, by the way, will play the winner of Osaka and Gauff. The winner of Swiatek and Alexandrova will play the winner of Anisimova and Haddad Maia. So the favourites in those, in my opinion, are Anisimova and Swiatek. So with both of those winning, could be a quarter-final between the two, and it would be, of course, a replay of the Wimbledon final. Lovely forehand there from Felix. Lets that one go smartly, and it's 30-love on the French-Canadian serve. Do get commenting in the live chat, and I will try and respond to you as and when with your questions or thoughts, either on some of the action that has already taken place, is currently happening, or is about to happen in New York. Maybe even tomorrow you might have some thoughts on Taylor Fritz against Novak Djokovic, or Carlos Alcaraz against Jiří Lehecka, or Vondrousova against Sabalenka, or Pegula against... Who is Pegula playing? Johnny boy? Oh, Krejcikova. Yeah. Maybe you got some thoughts on that, or perhaps even Krejcikova's epic 3-set win yesterday over Townsend, saving 8 match points incredibly as well. They were not just let's keep the ball in play and let's play it safe. She was taking risks left, right, and center. Felix here, 30-15 on his serve. Forehand Felix. Oh, that passing attempt from Andre has just missed. 40-15. So we now see Swiatek and Alexandrova practicing serves, which means we're around about a minute away from them getting underway on Louis Armstrong. As I said, a little bit longer for Kostyuk and Muchova to get underway. And Felix Auger-Aliassime has held serve for 3-2 against Andrei Rublev. Sport and Politics has predicted a 3-set win for Iga Swiatek today. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat. There is Iga's team, which of course nowadays includes Wim Fissette. Her former coach, Viktor Rovsky, of course, is now a coach of Naomi Osaka. So a lot of Polish presence because Naomi, of course, is playing later on today. We might even see a semi-final between Naomi Osaka and Iga Swiatek. That would be exciting. Wim Fissette up against his predecessor, Viktor Rovsky. So they are just about to get underway in that Swiatek-Alexandrova clash. Ooh, that's a disappointing volley from Felix at the net there. It was on the run, but you'd expect him to make that. And he didn't. So it's 15-love Rublev, 2-3. Alexandrova's going to serve first, by the way, in the match with Swiatek. As we welcome viewers on Instagram, thank you for joining us. Do get in the comments as well. Let us know what you think. Iga's on the defense here. Alexandrova on the attack. And Alexandrova misses a forehand by about 27 meters. Hi to Margarita, who's just joined us on Instagram. Margarita, if you have any questions or any comments or predictions, do let us know in the comment section on Instagram. We will be covering the Iga Swiatek versus Alexandrova Fourth round clash, but we've also got our eyes on Felix Auger-Aliassime against Andrei Rublev, and we'll also be keeping across Muchova versus Kostyuk. A forehand from Rublev goes long, so 40-15 on the Russian serve. Iga, by the way, is all over Alexandrova here, right here, and is love 40 already on a Karolina serve. She's dominating the opening passages of this match. Rublev, by the way, 40-30 on his serve over on Ash. And it's deuce, by the way, now on the Rublev serve. Oh, incredible precision here from Iga in this rally. It is 15-40 right now. Not enough depth there from Alexandrova. She's probably a little bit anxious here. She's trying to save another break point, and she gets away with it because there's a miss hit from Iga Swiatek, 30-40. Meanwhile, we've got a break point for Felix Auger-Aliassime on Arthur Ashe. Is Iga Swiatek going to get the break here? She is. Net cord there in the favor of Alexandrova, but it did give the Iga the chance to attack Big Star because the ball set up nicely. She attacked. Alexandrova couldn't deal with it. She dumps the forehand into the net, and it is 1 game to love with a break already for Iga Swiatek. And Felix Auger-Aliassime has broken Andrei Rublev as we're seeing a mini meltdown from the Russian. Not by his standards, a big one, but we're seeing plenty of frustration as he throws his racket down to the ground there. 4-2. So, Felix Auger-Aliassime up a set and a break on Andrei Rublev. Iga Swiatek is up an early break on Alexandrova. Kostyuk and Muchova not yet underway because there is a doubles match still occurring on Grandstand. They will be starting very, very soon. Wim Verset must be feeling pretty pleased with both himself right now in terms of Iga's progress, but also in terms of his job security, bearing in mind the pressure he would have been under post-French Open, but the grass court season, which included, of course, a final in Bad Homburg and then winning the title in Wimbledon, very much probably secured his position at the helm of the coaching team for the remainder of this year at the very least. And who knows, there may yet be a US Open title to add to the resume. Felix goes down the tee with that serve, but then misses the backhand, so 15 all, as he seeks to consolidate the serve. Swiatek double fault, by the way, so it is love 15 over on Louis Armstrong. Do hit that like button, by the way, and if you're watching and you haven't already hit subscribe, please do so. If you hit subscribe, by the way, you will have the pleasure of seeing our subscriber count tick over. It is just below me right here, you see, where it says 19,234. If you hit subscribe, you'll see that number tick over to 235. And you can do a little dance and know that that was you who made a difference. Okay, 30-15 Felix Auger-Aliassime. Swiatek has won the next point as well, so for 15 all. These are the 2 matches currently underway in New York. There'll not be any more than 3 at any stage today because It's only grandstand Louis Armstrong and Arthur Ashe that are being used today. Only one match as well on the singles side on grandstand, and that is Muchova against Kostyuk. Backhand cross court there from Iga. Lovely backhand down the line from Alexandrova, forcing the error with Swiatek on the run. So it's 15-30. Felix has consolidated for 5-2. Andre in trouble. Down a set and a break. Swiatek here, up an early break Alexandrova, but she is 15-30 on her serve. And it's going to be a second serve for Ekaterina to look at. Oh, that was a risky second serve. And it's 15-40. 15-40, so 2 break points for Alexandrova. For those of you predicting a comeback from Andrei Rublev in the second set, I have bad news for you. He's losing 5-2 in the second set. So Felix is just 1 game away. 2 break points here for Alexandrova. Down the tee, good first serve there from... but she's put the backhand into the net, and we're back on serve. So 2 games, 2 breaks. Alexandrova 1 all, and it'll be Ekaterina, the number 13 seed, to serve. Katerina coach there, Igor Andreev. We're just seeing him with the hat there. Do get your predictions, by the way, for any of the matches today. I have gone for Andre to beat Felix, which doesn't look good right now, of course. Especially as Andre has just hit that forehand, so it's love 15. And Felix is 3 points away from winning the second set. Oh, but Felix has missed the forehand, so 15 all. Double fault from Alexandrova, 30-15. Meanwhile, Rublev has won the next point for 30-15 himself, as he's serving to stay in this second set, 2-5 down. Goes down the tee with that serve, and Felix goes long with a forehand return. So 40-15. Alexandrova here on the attack, but Iga dealing with this quite well on the forehand side. Not that one, though. She puts the forehand into the net, 40-15. For those of you tuning in saying, where is Muchova Kostyuk? Well, they have not yet started. We're waiting for a doubles match to conclude. Before that one begins, that doubles match has now concluded, by the way, on grandstand, with Putz and Kravitz, the German duo beating Winiger, I should say, perhaps, and Williams, as Katerina Alexandrova is held for 2-1, by the way. So what does this mean, by the way, the conclusion of that match on grandstand? It means that we're not far away from Kostyuk and Muchova getting underway in the next few minutes. Anyway, Swiatek will come back to the court in a moment or two after the change of ends. She's serving at 1-2. Felix Auger-Aliassime is serving 5-3. He's serving for the second set. He goes wide with that first serve. So a second serve here for Andre to look at. He has broken Felix once in this match so far. Oh, is that a forehand winner from Felix? It is a runaround forehand winner as well, no less. 15-love. Felix goes down the tee. Miss-hit return from Andre. Is going to go long. And it is 30-love. So Felix is 2 points away from winning the second set for a 2-sets-to-love lead. I certainly didn't have a straight sets win for Felix on my bingo card today, that's for sure. Swiatek serving here at 1-2. Backhand return is into the net from Alexandrova. Backhand return here from Rublev. Forehand to forehand right now. Lovely forehand there from Rublev. Rublev's still in charge of this point, really, because of these forehands. But he's going to miss that forehand. And it's 40-love, Felix Auger-Aliassime. 3 set points for the Canadian. Iga Swiatek is 15-all on her serve after missing that backhand. Dun, dun, dun. 3 set points. Missed first serve from Felix. Second serve. Good serve there from Iga down the tee, 30-15. 3 set points here for Felix Auger-Aliassime. Where are you going with this serve? You're going down the tee to the backhand. Sorry, to the forehand. But he's going to miss it. It's a good serve from Felix. And he wins the second set by 6-3. If Andrei Rublev is going to reach his 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal, he's going to have to do so the hard way. 2-sets-to-love down to Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix is playing solid. Felix got broken quite early in this match, but then a run from 4-2 down in the second set, winning 5 of 6 games. That was the turning point in the match, and he's continued it into the second set. Those second set stats, by the way, Rublev getting just 44% of his first serves in. That is too low if you want to win tennis matches of this caliber. And Felix, by the way, getting 67% of his first serves in, but crucially, he's winning 86% of his first serves. 2-sets-to-love, he leads, does Felix, as he bears down on another US Open quarterfinal, his first one, though, since 2021, as I see Anthony joining us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching on Instagram or on YouTube or on Twitch, do get in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on any of these matches that are happening right now, or perhaps even any of the matches that are still to come. Obviously, Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka is a standout match on the horizon. Perhaps you're interested in Bublik versus Sinner as well. All of them, by the way, will be live on Talking Tennis today. Swiatek here has a game point for 2-all. Good forehand return there from Alexandrova, but that backhand is going to go long. And after 2 breaks, we've had 2 holds, and it is 2-all on Louis Armstrong. Allez, Felix, says Jay. Allez, Felix, indeed. Good news for the French Canadian as he leads by 2-sets-to-love. Jay, where are you from in Canada, by the way? I think you're from Canada, or I think you live in Canada. Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. So Rublev to serve at the beginning of the third set, goes into the net on that first serve. Swiatek mishitting that return. She did have a love 15 advantage on the Alexandrova serve, but it's now 15 all. Still waiting for Kostyuk and Muchova to get underway. Should be getting underway in the next few minutes because that court is now vacant after the doubles conclusion. Alexandrova here leading 30-15. And Rublev is beginning this set in an inauspicious manner, losing the first point. It is love 15 on the Russian serve. That was an incredible backhand winner, by the way, from Alexandrova to get to 30-15. Rublev wins the next point for 15 all. Alexandrova is at 40-15 on her serve. And she holds with an ace. Yeah, just a reminder, Putz and Kravitz, the German combo, winning their doubles match early on today in straight sets. Meanwhile, Rublev serving the beginning of the third set, 30 all on his serve. Swiatek and Alexandrova are on serve at the change of ends, so we'll just hone in on Felix against Andre for a moment. An hour and 44 minutes on the clock on Arthur Ashe. A run-around forehand return. Not the first time we've seen that one today. And it's going to help him win the point, Felix. And he's going to have a break point at the beginning of the third set as we see Billie Jean King enter the arena. Okay, so a break point here. Oh, you've gone to the forehand, Andre. Doesn't seem to be the smartest move today. And it's a break of serve. It was a decent return from Felix that Andre couldn't deal with. And yeah, 1-love, Felix Auger-Aliassime. Felix leading 2-0 and now has an early break in the third. Jumpers around the neck. What do we think? It's a big no-no for me. Oh, thank you, whoever our latest subscriber is, by the way. The noise you hear in the background, by the way, is Alexandrova against Swiatek, and Swiatek is up 30-love. Jay here saying that he lives in Toronto but has family in Quebec, and Jane is not happy that her favorite, or one of her favorites, Andre Rublev, is staring down the barrel right now. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or on Instagram, do please get in the comments and tell us what you're thinking about some of these matches or anything else that's still to come in New York. Or maybe you want to reflect on some of the happenings yesterday, including that epic win for Krejcikova over Townsend that included 8 match point saves. Maybe you're purring over Djokovic's straight sets win over Jan-Lennard Struff. Maybe you're excited for his upcoming clash against Taylor Fritz. It's a lovely forehand winner there from Iga Swiatek for 40-15. Still waiting for Muchova and Kostyuk to get underway, but it will be any moment. Felix Auger-Aliassime has a 15-love lead at the beginning of this second game of the third set. Felix in the driving seat right now, up 2-love and an early break in the third. Swiatek here trying to gain parity. And she's got it after Alexandrova errs with a forehand return that goes long. And so it is 3-all in the first set. Meanwhile, Felix here serving at 15-all. Sorry, Jay. I hope that wasn't Jay just unsubscribing. We've just dropped a subscriber from 235 to 234. Jay, feel free to say your name, but also feel free to not say your name. It's up to you. We're cool. I can continue to call you Jay as well. That's fine. Felix Auger-Aliassime 30-15 on his serve. Swiatek has won the first point on the Alexandrova serve. So it is love 15 here. We did have an early exchange of breaks for both players, but since then we've seen 4 holes of serve. Ooh, 2 shots there that were super close. One was from Alexandrova, which just clipped the line, the baseline that is. And then it was Iga who just missed her forehand down the line. So 15-all. Good, Jay. Good. I'd be very disappointed if you did unsubscribe, just because I didn't realize. I guess I said he, where do you live? Or he lives in Canada. Maybe I said that. I don't know. Okay, 15-30 here on the Alexandrova serve. Felix, by the way, is held for 2-love. Oh dear, Andrei Rublev. As Ghosty suggested earlier, maybe the 3-set or the 5-set, win over Wong covered a few cracks. It's a backhand winner there from Felix. By the way, just honing in now on Iga against Alexandrova. We've got 2 points for Iga Swiatek, so it's 15-40 on the Alexandrova serve. Oh, how have you missed that, Alexandrova? Oh, my goodness me. She just had to tap it back over the net to win the point. Iga on the defense. Wow. Iga on the defense gets a racket on a ball. It lands just over the net, but Alexandrova is there in plenty of time. And all she has to do is just tap it over the net. She's kind of a bit confused because she comes into the net ready to hit it with some venom on the forehand, just put it away. But then she sort of changes her mind towards the end of her motion and realizes that Iga's so far out of play, she doesn't need to hit it with any pace. Oh, and she just needs to tap it over the net. And yet she failed to do so. And Iga Swiatek breaks. 4-3 she leads with a break. And when they return to the court, she'll be looking to consolidate it for a 5-3 lead. Kostyuk and Muchova are underway at 30-all. Muchova is serving, by the way, so it's 30-all on the Karolina serve. And it's going to be a break point for Marta Kostyuk, early doors. Swiatek back on court now. 4-3, 25 minutes on the clock. Muchova saves that break point, by the way, so it's deuce. Oh, an ace from Iga, just clipping the line. A disconsolate looking Andrei Rublev right now as he stares down the barrel of defeat on Arthur Ashe. A few more games to go yet there, but 2 sets to love and a breakdown. It would take a Herculean level of comebacks from Andrei. Swiatek there, serving well, serving bombs. 5-3, she now leads. So Alexandrova is going to serve to stay in the first set. Muchova has a game point, by the way. And Felix Auger-Aliassime is serving at 2-1 in the third set with a break. Oh, we just gained a subscriber, so thank you very much, whoever that was. Alexandrova here on the attack. She's put that forehand away, so 15 love. Forehand return here from Iga. Good depth there from Karolina. But it's not one of the point yet, despite that miss hit from Iga. Iga getting away with one there. A low net clearance as well for both players at the moment. Iga loving that shape, of course. A slice from Alexandrova. Wonderful backhand winner down the line from Iga Swiatek. 15 all. She apologizes for the miss hit, but boy, oh boy, what a winner. Another break point, by the way, for Marta Kostyuk in what is turning into an epic opening game of the match on grandstand between Kostyuk and Muchova. Can she convert? She's had a break point before. Seen that come and go. Wonderful +1 there from Alexandrova for 30-15. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime, 15 all on his serve. Double fault for Felix, 15-30. Next up on Arthur Ashe will be Coco Gauff against Naomi Osaka. Meanwhile, 40-15 for Alexandrova. 2 game points. Felix ace down the tee. Oh, Andre, look at that look on his face. 30 all. 10th ace of the match for Felix. Wonderful return winner there for Iga Swiatek, 40-30. And Muchova has saved a break point and now has a game point of her own. Second serve here for Swiatek to look at as well. Meanwhile, we've got a break point for Andrei Rublev over on Arthur Ashe. Just as they approach the 2-hour mark. Double fault from Alexandrova, so deuce as she serves to stay in the first set. Break point, Felix Auger-Aliassime is facing here. Let's see how this one pans out. Is this going to be a chink of light that Andre needs to get back into this match? Backhand return. Backhand from Felix is a winner down the line. Deuce. Cool as a cucumber. The Canadian. Muchova's held for 1 love, by the way. Double fault from Alexandrova, and we've got a set point for Iga Swiatek. Andre defending, but goes for the passing shot, and it's going to land just out. And Iga Swiatek, breaking news, has won the first set over Alexandrova, much to the chagrin of the Russian, 6-3. She's annoyed with herself as much as anything else. Felix has Andre on the run, and that's going to land out, and Felix holds for 3-1. First set stats between Iga and Ekaterina. Iga winning 82% of her first serves. Iga hitting 10 winners to Alexandrova's 7, and Iga getting 5 breakpoint opportunities and converting on 3 of those occasions. Alexandrova was pretty ruthless on the one breakpoint that she had, taking that. And by the way, yeah, so 10-7, Iga leads the breaks. The winners count, but the most important stat of all is that Iga has won the first set by 6-3. After a net there, really. Alexandrova was in charge, having got a good serve in, but she netted for an unforced error. Just a fraction over half an hour on the clock for 9 games. So it's been a pretty swift set that Swiatek has won. Meanwhile, Kostyuk serving at love 1:15:30. Just seeing a replay, by the way, of that shot on top of the net that Alexandrova missed. Deary me. So Swiatek to start this second set, and it's 15-love after an unreturned serve. Kostyuk winning the next point quite crucially to get to 30 all. Rublev serving at 1-3, 40-15. Do hit that like button, by the way. And of course, if you are new and you haven't already done so, please do hit subscribe. And you'll see this number just below me tick over. Rublev holds, so he's making Felix work for this, 3-2. Muchova has a break point on Kostyuk. Ekaterina Alexandrova with that return into the net means 30-love for Iga. And we've got a break point for Muchova. Remember, she saved a couple of break points on serve in the first game. Now she's got one of her own in the second. Felix Auger-Aliassime is 3 holds away from a place in the quarterfinals. It's a great return from Alexandrova, forcing the error, I would argue, from the racket of the Iga Swiatek forehand, 30-15. But that's good aggressive play there from Swiatek to bring up a game point, 4-2 for one love, 40-30. Felix Auger-Aliassime here serving at 3-2, but good play there from Andre, forcing the error on the forehand side from Felix, meaning love 15 after the Canadian went long. Remember, in the previous service game of Felix, there was a breakpoint opportunity for Andre. He's just applying a bit more pressure to the Felix serve, unlike the second set. Swiatek holds for one love. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Good serve there from Felix, 40-15. Backhand return from Andre is not dealt with, or couldn't deal with it. Alexandrova goes down the tee. Decent return from Iga given the circumstance, and perhaps that unnerved Alexandrova, who has sliced it into the tram line, and it is love 15 on Alexandrova's serve. Felix, by the way, is held for 4-2. Felix has just shaken his racket, saying, guys, I'm 2 games away from a Grand Slam quarterfinal. Once again. It's been a while. 2022, I think, was the last time he was in a quarterfinal of a Slam, when he lost in 5 sets to Daniel Medvedev, and he had a match point in that particular encounter as well. It's never been in the semi-finals of a Slam other than New York. Had a forehand chance there, did Felix, but he's put it long, so 15 love for Rublev. That return from Iga's too big, so 30-15. Meanwhile, Muchova has raced into a 3-love lead on Marta Kostyuk over on Grandstand. Well, well, well. Do hit that like button, by the way. And let me know in the live chat, how many likes do we have on this video? 40 love Andre Rublev. Not sure he'll be liking things very much right now. Down 2 sets to love and a break. But at least he has 40 love on his serve. Lovely shape on that forehand from Iga. He's put her in a great position as she puts that forehand away. 30 all as she seeks an early break at the beginning of the second set. Wow, Marta Kostyuk had a break point opportunity in the first game. Wasn't able to take it. She then got broken. Muchova's raced into that 3-love lead with a hold there as well. So yeah, things looking good for Karolina in the first set at least. Meanwhile, Rublev, 40-30 on his serve. Wonderful backhand winner there from Iga Swiatek from a neutral position. She's probably the best in the world at that. Just from that neutral mid-court point. So she has a break point. Andre Rublev's held for 4-3, by the way, or 3-4. That's the way you save a break point, Alexandrova. Unlike that little tippy-tappy thing that didn't go over the net in the, at 3-all in the first set. That time she serves an ace down the tee at 96 miles an hour. Deuce. Ooh, just missed that serve. Second serve here for Iga at deuce. That was 109 miles an hour, that serve from Alexandrova. Forehand return from Iga's got good depth on it. Into the rally, but she's hit that forehand into the net, has the pole. Advantage Alexandrova. Iga, of course, defending quarterfinal points from last year when she got to the quarterfinals before losing to Pegula. She's looking to at least equal that with a win today. But really, she probably has her sights on even bigger goals. Okay, second serve here. Game point, though, for Alexandrova. Good backhand return from Iga. It's got good depth on it. But that backhand's gone long from the pole and is 1-all. Kostyuk serving at love 3-15. Love, she leads. Over on Arthur Ashe. New balls for Felix Auger-Aliassime. He's leading 4-3. 2 games away from the US Open quarter final. It's a good forehand from Felix. And Rublev can't do much with that. So it's 15 love. Second serve Swiatek here at 1-all. Backhand return into the backhand of Iga. Forehand. Good forehand winner there from Alexandrova. Ace down the tee from Swiatek. Oh, what a backhand winner there from Iga Swiatek for 30-15. Meanwhile, Felix Auger-Aliassime is at 40 love on his serve. Goes down the tee. Andre can't deal with that. And it is 5-3 Felix. He is 1 game away now from a place in the US Open quarterfinal. His first quarterfinal will be in 3.5 years. More than 3.5 years. (40-15) Iga Swiatek. Body serve there from Andre does the trick. 15 love. Meanwhile, Iga Swiatek 40-15. Ace, hold, 2-1. Ruthless. Kostyuk and Muchova, by the way, must be they're involved in some epic rallies. (30-all). Over on Grandstand, the only match today on Grandstand. Rublev races into a 40 love lead, considering the pressure. That's pretty impressive. And it's an ace down the tee from the Russian for 5-4. So he's keeping Felix honest. Okay, Alexandrova here, 15 love. Kostyuk, deuce with Muchova. As Muchova seeks a double break lead. But the headlines are about to potentially be written. Well, I think a headline of some sort will be written, whatever happens in this game, on Arthur Ashe, with Felix Auger-Aliassime serving for the match and a place in the US Open quarterfinal, where he'll play Alex de Minaur. Ace out, not an ace out wide, sorry, got a net cord there, but it's okay for Felix. Sorry, I thought it was an ace, but Andre did really well to get his racket on it. Got his racket on it, got enough purchase to get it back over the net, albeit it did clip the net. And then Felix had a job to do, but a job he did. 15 love. Forehand winner for the Canadian. Tense moments for both players, whichever way you look at it. Rublev battling for his US Open life. Ace down the tee from Felix, cool as a cucumber. 30 love. Just going to turn the volume down on Iga against Alexandrova to avoid confusion. Felix Auger-Aliassime is at 30 love for a place in the US Open quarterfinals. First serve lands in. Andre gets it back, but the forehand has missed from Felix. A little tight on the forehand there. I picked Marta Kostyuk to beat Karolina Muchova. So, I also picked Andrei Rublev to beat Felix Auger-Aliassime. And we've got 3 match points. My mistake with that forehand, it landed in. It landed in. It must have been just clipped the line. Anyway, 3 match points here. Felix Auger-Aliassime goes down the tee, but misses on the first serve. It's a much-needed miss as far as Andrei Rublev is concerned. Second serve for Felix Auger-Aliassime. A spot up for grabs against Alex de Minaur in the next round. Backhand return from Andre. On the aggression here, forehand from Andre. Backhand winner down the line from Felix Auger-Aliassime. A nod of the head. A much calmer response for this victory, probably because it felt like it's been in the bag for some time. He beats Andrei Rublev in straight sets. 7-5, 6-3, 6-4. Defying my predictions of an Andrei Rublev win or a win of any sorts I thought was going to be 4 or 5 sets. Lengthy and arduous. But no, Felix had other ideas and really had other ideas from 4-2 down in the first set when he won 5 of the next 6 games. That was the turning point. He then raced out and won that first set by 7 games to 5. Then puts himself in the driving seat in the second and third sets with break advantages that he never ceded and never really looked like it. There was a break point opportunity for Andre at the beginning of the third set or early doors in the third set, but Felix just served too well. The forehand delivered pretty well today, maybe not quite as on fire as it was against Alexander Zverev at the weekend, but Labor Day in New York, more work to be done for Andre if he's to be in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. He was hoping for his 11th Grand Slam quarterfinal with a win today, but he wasn't able to get over the line. He loses in straight sets, and it's Felix in his first Grand Slam quarterfinal since January 2022. Andre, back to the drawing board, my friend, as you wave to the crowd. Felix, though, presses on, and he's going to press his case for a spot in the semi-finals, potentially against Jannik Sinner at that stage. He's going to be playing Alex de Minaur next. Well. Who saw this run from Felix? Not me, that is for sure. Iga Swiatek, by the way, has broken Alexandrova and leads 3-1 in the second set. Muchova, by the way, did not get that second break on Kostyuk, so she's 3-1, 40 love. I'm going to switch over right now to that encounter. It's a second US Open quarterfinal for Felix. He actually made the semis in 2021. I think he lost to Medvedev at that stage and That was a really purple patch for his career, the end of 2021 and into 2022, where he was just getting deep in every slam. Second weeks at least, anyway. So let's get Muchova up on the phone against Kostyuk. Muchova leads 4-1 with a break, but it could have been even worse for Kostyuk, so perhaps she'll be pleased to only be one break down. Iga Swiatek has a game point for 4-1, by the way, to replicate the score of Muchova. And yeah, for those of you tuning into the Felix and Rublev match, well, Felix is through in straight sets. We can divert you from the Felix-Andre encounter to Karolina Muchova, if you wish, against Marta Kostyuk, which probably right now is the slightly more intriguing encounter. Bearing in mind, Iga is now leading 4-1 in the second set, so she's up a set and 4-1. Kostyuk and Muchova are still in the earlier stages of their encounter. And we will, of course, have Naomi Osaka coming up shortly against Coco Gauff in probably the blockbuster match of the day, arguably. Jay here saying, I'm biased, but I do think Felix has a decent chance against de Minaur. Good on Felix. Nice to see him playing well, says Ashley. Indeed. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end this stream, but if you just stay, I think you'll automatically get redirected to Kostyuk against Muchova. So just sit back, enjoy the tennis. Looking a bit annoyed, 15 all on her serve. Alexandrova here serving at 1-4. One 4 30-15 Kostyuk. Alexandrova 1-4 15 all. What do we think for Gauff Kostyuk, by the way? I'm leaning Coco, but it is only leaning. Kostyuk here 30 all, by the way. 33 minutes on the clock over on Grandstand, the only encounter on Grandstand today in the singles. Turns down the tee. Block return from Muchova is decent. Good depth here from Karolina. Lovely angle as well. Muchova comes into the net, but doesn't put it away. Oh, what a winner for Marta Kostyuk. Clenched fist alert. Well, well, well. And Swiatek, by the way, has a break point for a double break advantage over Alexandrova. She came out on top at the end of this rally. Depth with the backhand there, semi-forcing the error from Alexandrova. So a break point, 5-1 for Iga Swiatek. Who do I have in Osaka versus Gauff? Yeah, just leaning Coco, Ashley. Kostyuk holds, by the way, so over to Muchova at 4-2. And Iga Swiatek gets the break. She's going to serve for the match. Wow. This has got away from Alexandrova from 3-all, 15-40. This has really raced away from her. I mean, it was 3-all, 15-40, and she had a very easy one to just save the first of 2 break points. And since then, she's only won 1 game. So Swiatek serving for the match. First serve goes into the net, although it's 15 love. First serve goes into the net. And it's 15-all. We have seen double break advantages come and go in this tournament in second and deciding sets. Probably most notably when well, Karolina was up a double break on Iga, wasn't she? In the first set, wasn't it? In the previous round. We also had Clara Towson double break advantage in the first round on Alexandrova. Go, but Iga is in business mode here with that backhand winner off a short ball. "59 minutes on the clock. Probably not going to quite beat the hour." Forehand return from Alexandrova seems to lack belief, but she's got away with one there because Iga, with that short ball, skewed that forehand wide, and it's 30-all. Meanwhile, Muchova has 2 game points for 5-2. Forehand here is going to force the error, and it's going to be a break point for Alexandrova. Muchova's held for 5-2, by the way. Break point, Alexandrova. She probably has to take this, you'd feel. Clip the net. Another serve to look at. Alexandrova's gone long with the backhand return. We've hit the hour mark at least. Deuce. Okay, Swiatek to serve. Where are you going with this serve? Backhand return. Good depth on it, so we're into the rally. Good forehand there from Alexandrova, forcing the error. She's going to have another break point. I think next up on this court is Museti Munar, am I right? Yeah, on Louis Armstrong, yeah. So that match will follow Alexandrova and Swiatek, but could be a little bit longer yet if Alexandrova gets the break here. And the tee, forehand return is into the net, deuce. Meanwhile, Kostyuk serving to stay in the first set. And that drop shot's not going to work for Muchova, so it's 15 love. Just coming up to 2:15 local time. Wonderful forehand return there from Alexandrova, forcing the error. All over that serve was Alexandrova. She'd be wishing she'd hit a few more of those today. She's going to have a third break point. And the tee doesn't land in. Second serve here for Alexandrova. You'd imagine she'd be attacking this. She does attack it. Now into the rally. Good depth from both players right now. But she's going to miss that one, Alexandrova. And a third break point has come and gone. We've yet to have a match point for Iga. We went from 30-40 to deuce, to advantage Alexandrova, to deuce, to advantage Alexandrova, and back to deuce again for the third deuce of this game. 1 hour, 3 minutes on the clock. Kostyuk has 40 love. The drop shot's going to get her to 5-3. So Muchova will serve for it. First serve down the tee is unreturned from Iga Swiatek, and we have her first match point to replicate her quarterfinal appearance of last year. Of course, she also made the quarterfinals in 2022 when she went on to win the title. 23. Trying to remember which round she went out in 23. Oh, she lost in the she lost to Ostapenko in the 4th round, I think. And Ostapenko Julie lost to Gauff, I think, in the quarters. Back from Iga Swiatek, down the line. You don't need to be a specialist in lip reading to see what she says there with a Yazda, meaning let's go or come on. As she, as I say, repeats her quarterfinal appearance of last year. It's her third US Open quarterfinal. In 2022, that was en route to the title. In 2024, it's the hurdle at which she fell after losing to Jessica Pegula. She also lost her temper quite memorably that match, whacking her racket on the, I think it was on the net, wasn't it? Or maybe on the net post. Anyway, Iga Swiatek goes through. Alexandrova is another one, maybe back to the drawing board as she thinks, how do I beat Iga Swiatek? She has beaten her in the past, I think. In Miami, I think, was it, last year? Oh, she's won twice, actually, against Iga in the past. Yeah, once in Miami in 2024. And the other win was their first match, which came in a warm-up to the Australian Open in 2021. Okay. Anyway, Swiatek through 6-3, 6-1 as she blows her nose. As she gets ready to give her on-court speech. Meanwhile, Muchova, 5-3, 15 all. Kostyuk looks annoyed as she loses the next point, telling you it's 30-15 over on Grandstand. The only match on Grandstand today, at least in singles. Swiatek's about to speak. Maybe we'll just have a quick listen to her just for a few moments. So she's going to hit the practice court. Just over an hour on court today. She feels as though she needs a bit more. Muchova, Kostyuk 30 all, by the way.
My bubble and in the zone, and sometimes I was making like risky decisions, and I think I forced the ball kind of to go in. So I'm just happy with the quality and with my serve as well.
Well, she's happy. She's into the quarterfinals. Someone who's not happy with that latest development, though, at least in terms of on the court, is Marta Kostyuk, as she misses that return. She then slumps to her knees in frustration. And you're going to join us now for that Kostyuk Muchova match. Set point. Into the body. Backhand return. Backhand comes into the net, does Muchova. Doesn't put that volley away. Does she put that volley away? No. What a point. What a point. And Kostyuk is going to win that point. There was a moment, you know, when I thought that might have been going out of play. Be interesting. Let's see. Is that shot there going out? Don't know. But you'd have thought that one was definitely going out, by the way, from Muchova. But the one, like a couple of moments before it from Kostyuk, I thought there was a 75% chance that was going out. Muchova decided that she felt confident in her ability to hit the volley. Anyway, deuce. Kostyuk misses. And we're going to get another set point from Muchova. Welcome to the Gauff Osaka crowd. Gauff and Osaka will be taking the court very, very soon. We'll be all over that. But for now, Muchova has a set point into the backhand of Kostyuk. Forehand Muchova. Forehand Kostyuk. Forehand Muchova. Nice shape on that one for Muchova. She goes down the line. Is it going to be enough to win the point? No, it isn't. We're going to be back at neutral. Now it's Kostyuk with the drive volley that she hits a winner from. Deuce. Well, well, well. Hi, Keen. Glad you liked the interview with Skatov. Which one, by the way? There's a few out there, but I'm guessing it's the one where we went through his year, the sort of last 13 months, right, Keen? Is that the one you mean? Okay. 6 minutes for this game so far. Eager signing a tennis ball there. Okay. Oh, a backhand winner there from Kostyuk. She's going to have a break point. She's going to have a break point, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Muchova comes into the net. Is she going to put that one away? No, she's not. She's going to put that one away. Yes, she is. Juice. Okay, Muchova to serve. Where are you going with this serve? You are going out wide. Forehand now, Muchova. And it's going to be a set point for Karolina Muchova. Probably going to have to turn the brightness up on this. 50 minutes on the clock. Set point, Karolina Muchova. That's better. Okay, forehand there. Forehand again from Muchova goes into the net. So deuce. Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff will be starting shortly. For now, there is one match occurring. That is between Adventures. Can you hit subscribe, please? Good serve down the tee from Muchova, and it's going to be another set point for the Czech. There is already a quarterfinalist from the Czech Republic there, which is Vondrusova. This is number 4 set point for Karolina. She's been in 2 US Open semifinals before, losing to Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula. So it's Americans who beat her at that stage in 23 and 24. At the moment, though, she's just seeking a spot in the quarterfinals. She has a set point here. Where are you going to go with this serve? Backhand return into the net, and Muchova wins the first set. It was a battle to get over that line, but get over the line she does. 6-3, she wins that first set. Kostyuk had her chances. I mean, Karolina had chances as well for the double break that came and went. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. We now have 19,236 subscribers, which is wonderful. So, summary of that first set has seen 71% of Muchova's first serves landing in. Sorry, 71% of Kostyuk's first serves landing in, 77% of Muchova. But the big difference is that Kostyuk had 3 breakpoint opportunities in that set and didn't take any of them. Muchova had 2 chances and took 1. There you go. Bingo. Do hit that like button, by the way, if you've just joined us. And if you haven't already done so, click subscribe and you'll see that number tick over. Animal Adventures, where are you in the world? Which country are you in? So 6-3. Oh, you're in Iran, are you? Well, well done for tuning in, and wonderful to have somebody from Iran. And by the way, your English is excellent. I have no idea which channel is covering that. As I see Gauff and Osaka about to get underway with Coco Gauff serving first. We'll also have Musetti against Munar getting underway very, very soon. So the second set has got underway between Kostyuk and Gauff, with Kostyuk serving at 15 love. And Gauff has won the first point against Osaka, but not the second. Great anticipation there from Naomi Osaka. Um, 15 all here. There's one of Coco Gauff's coaches, a new addition to her team, Gavin McMillan. You check out our interview with Gavin from just under a fraction under a year ago when he was with Sabalenka's team. That is on our channel. Kostyuk is at 30 love. This is turning into an epic rally here. 15-30, by the way, on the Coco Gauff serve. And Coco's missed on the backhand side. It's going to be 2 break points for Naomi Osaka. Early doors. And it's a break of serve after Gauff nets. So Naomi Osaka leads 1 love with a break. Kostyuk has held for 1 love, by the way, at the beginning of the second set. So 1 love at the beginning of both of these sets. One, of course, is Osaka against Gauff. Osaka off a break. Karolina Muchova has won the first set over Marta Kostyuk, but Kostyuk held at the beginning of the second set for 1 love. That match is on grandstand. Coco Gauff against Naomi Osaka is on Alpha Ash. And coming up very, very soon on Louis Armstrong will be Lorenzo Musetti against Jaime Munar. Animal Adventures. I just don't know what channels Animal Adventures it's on in Iran. I'm sorry. Maybe does Google work in Iran? I guess it does if you can access YouTube. If it does, then yeah, just Google television Iran US Open. If it's on any channel at all. If it's not, I'm sorry, you might need a VPN. 3 game points here for Naomi Osaka and 30 love for Marta Kostyuk. Musetti Munar not yet underway on Louis Armstrong. And Osaka is held quite quickly for 2-love. Got 15:30 here on the Muchova serve. And it's 15:40 now, so 2 break points for Marta Kostyuk. The first one has come and gone after a forehand error from Marta. Gauff is held, by the way, for 2-1, or I should say 1-2 perhaps, or 2-1 because Osaka's going to be serving next. Let's see how this break point pans out. Down the tee, forehand the turn, slice from Muchova, forehand from Marta Kostyuk, lovely backhand cross court there from Muchova. Another backhand, moving Kostyuk all around, but she's defending for all her life here. Desperate to get this bigger serve. Forehand from Muchova into the backhand slice of Kostyuk. Now it's Muchova coming into the net, but she's put that forehand winner away. Well, well, well. Juice it is. And good day, good evening to those waiting for Musetti against Munar. Wonderful that you could join us. In the meantime, we have 2 matches that are underway at the moment. One of them is actually a set to the good, which is Karolina Muchova. She's leading by a set, and she has a game point for 1-1 in the second set. The other match that is already underway is on Arthur Ashe, and it is between Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff, and Osaka is up an early break. One game all. Muchova holds, by the way. She stretches. $30 now, Naomi Osaka. And it's 15 Marta Kostyuk with an unreturned serve. Good return there from Coco Gauff on the backhand side. But we're back into the rally. Forehand from Gauff into the forehand of Osaka. Forehand from Gauff. Got good depth on that one, Coco. But she's mishit that forehand. That is from the Coco Gauff forehand mishits catalogue. 40 love. 3 game points for Naomi. What a turnaround she has had since parting with Patrick Mouratoglou. Since their split, she's got to the Canada final, and she's winning matches at the US Open, and is up an early break in this 4th round match with Coco Gauff. If you're, whatever stream you're watching on, please do hit that like button. 40-15, some good attacking play there from Gauff, forcing the error on the forehand side from Osaka as she goes long. So it's 40-15. Meanwhile, 3 game points for Marta Kostyuk over on grandstand. Lovely forehand winner there for Marta Kostyuk. 2-1 she leads. Of course, she is down a set. Musetti and Munar on Louis Armstrong will be starting shortly. So do stay with us if that's the match of choice for you. I think for many, of course, the blockbuster match of the day was this encounter here between Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka, which is why it's up on Ash. Osaka on the attack, and she leads 3-1 with a forehand winner. I spoke Portuguese to Raya da Silva Keen in answer to your question. And which German prospect? Probably McDonald, but I'm not convinced, not yet. I'm not as carried away as some Germans in particular are, let's say. But if it's, if we're talking about him, Mackenzie, Schönhaus, who's the young blonde lad that was in Bonn? Bleach blonde hair. Of those 4, it's McDonald, I think. Yeah. Oh, Muchova getting some attention by the trainer here at the changeover to her back, which is a small concern. Muchova and injuries, of course, is a constant. Thank you, whoever that new subscriber is, by the way. Yeah, fingers crossed Muchova will be okay. And she's just getting some... What is she? Yeah. I think she's seeking a towel. So we might see a lying down moment here for Karolina. It was at the end of that last game, towards the end of that last game, she just started stretching parts of her body. Anyway, Gauff serving here, 1-3, 30-15. A little bit of grimacing there as well from Muchova. It doesn't appear terminal right now, but she is now on the ground getting some more attention. It could even be the hip. Munar and Musetti have just got underway, by the way. 40 love for Munar. I saw your comment the other day, Keen, about Munar, basically just being a revelation. And I understand. Okay, so Gauff, 40-15, 1-3. Munar serving first, and at 40 love on Musetti over on Louis Armstrong. Oh, Muchova still getting lots of attention here. Kostyuk talking to her coach. 40-30 Coco Gauff, and Munar is held for 1 love. Okay, backhand here from Gauff. She comes into the net, but she's a bit vulnerable here. No, she should win the point eventually, and she does. Advantage Coco. Just going to get my charger. Might even shed some light on proceedings. Do we know the order of play yet for tomorrow? By the way, it's a medical timeout for Muchova that is just about to come up to an end. So, yeah. Gauff here with a game point. Exchanging forehands right now, but it's an interesting change of direction from Osaka, but it doesn't work because she's hit it out. Curiously, of course, Coco will just give you a bit of a chink of light on the backhand side. Most people do it on the forehand side, but given her strengths and weaknesses, she does it on the backhand. And it was that chink, that opening. Musetti has, by the way, leveled things up at 1-1 over on Louis Armstrong in the round of 16 clash there between Musetti and Munar. So over to Huaymi to serve at 1-1. Meanwhile, Muchova is back on court, 1-1. Keep an eye on those service speeds as well in terms of physicality and what she has. It's 1-2 at the moment, 15 love. Just keeping our fingers crossed for the Karolina Muchova body to hold and stay together. Wonderful return there from Kostyuk, 15-all. Yeah, do we know the order of play yet for tomorrow? Muchova 30-all on her serve. Osaka 30 love on her serve. And Musetti applying a bit of pressure to the Munar serve at 15-30 over on Louis Armstrong. Back to grandstand, 30-all. Down the tee, backhand return from Kostyuk. Good depth there from Muchova. Let's just keep an eye on how she's moving here. And it's Muchova who puts a backhand into the net. And I don't know, I'm just fearing the worst in terms of Muchova and her physicality right now. It's a break point for Marta Kostyuk. She needs to keep focused. Goes down the tee with that serve. Muchova here on the attack. She should have put that away, and she doesn't. And it's a break of serve for Marta Kostyuk. But is the body of Karolina Muchova also breaking as well as her serve right now? Kostyuk, is that a double fault? It is. Love 15. Osaka, by the way, held for 4-2, and it's on the Coco serve. In fact, more specifically, it's on the Coco forehand right now, which has just gone into the net. So love 15. Coco here on the backhand, much more comfortable here during this exchange. Now it's on the forehand of Osaka. Forehand, Coco clips the net, gets a bit lucky there, does Coco. Produces a wonderful angle, moving Osaka around the court right now. But now they're back to neutral. It's Osaka's turn to go on the attack, moving Coco around. Now it's Coco on the backhand. What a backhand winner there, bringing up an applause from Naomi Osaka. 15 all. Naomi there applauding Coco. Love 30 on the Kostyuk serve, by the way. Sometimes when the body's just getting a bit stiff, it can just click back into gear, and fingers crossed that will happen for Marta Karolina Muchova. She get a second serve to look at here as well. Musetti's broken Munar, by the way, 2-1. Just watching Muchova, Kostyuk right now. Wonderful backhand there for Muchova. And that's going to go out, is it? No, it's landed in. That seems strange. But Kostyuk being moved all over the court, and she couldn't keep up. Love 40. So Musetti is up a break on Munar in the first set. Osaka is up a break on Gauff in the first set. Muchova leads Kostyuk by 1 set to love, but is currently a breakdown in the second. But she does have 3 breakpoint opportunities here to get it back on serve. Okay, forehands cross court at the moment between Gauff and Osaka. Great return from, and it's a wonderful return from Muchova that has forced the error and therefore broken the serve. 3-2 back on serve over on grandstand between Kostyuk and Muchova. Muchova still just grabbing her waist, though, that suggests that things are not anywhere near 100% physically for her, that's for sure. Anyway, they're on serve in the second set, which is a small bonus for Muchova right now. I mean, she did win the first set, which is a huge bonus for her as well. Anyway, Gauff here, 40-15 on serve. 40-15 on her serve. And Osaka misses the backhand return. 4-3 change of ends, but still Naomi leads by a break there. It does look like a conversation between the umpire and Muchova suggests more attention is going to be required for Karolina, probably at each changeover. She can't have another medical timeout. Musetti up a break, by the way, and leads 30-15 on Munar over on Louis Armstrong. Oh, Jake, wonderful. Glad you joined the party. Do hit that like button, everyone, by the way, especially newcomers. Ghosty was in a chat earlier. If he reappears, don't worry. I should be sure to mention his name, even if he's in one of the other chats, and I'll let you know, or anyone else. We had Nerland say hey and then go as well. But if Ghosty reappears, or Nerland, or anyone basically for that matter, by the way, Jake. This is a question directed for me. I've already given my answer. I'd like to know yours. Who's a better defender, Gauff or DK? Definitely Gauff. Yeah. DK's defense on court is as rigid as his defense off court. Yeah. 2 game points for Musetti against Munar, by the way, for consolidation of that break. And Muchova, Kostyuk. Basically, the news is this: Muchova won the first set by 6 games to 3. There were breakpoint opportunities for Marta, but she wasn't able to take them, whereas Muchova was. That was the key to the first set. Second set narrative has been an early break for Kostyuk, and then we had a medical timeout for Muchova, which is a bit of a concern going forward, and it makes you wonder if Karolina is going to be able to, continue despite being up a set. She did also get that break back, by the way. So they're on serve, but we see the physio there, the side of the court, ready to return at any moment. I think Karolina is going to be seeking attention at every changeover, basically, but she's already used her medical timeout. Osaka serving, by the way, 4-3, 30 love. We said he does indeed consolidate that break. Muchova here serving at 2-3, 15 all. Do we have the order of play yet for tomorrow? Oh, I think we do. I think we've got Pegula against Krejcikova on Ash at 5:30. Sabalenka Vondrousova at 1 o'clock. And Djokovic-Fritz is a night match. I think we already knew that. Djokovic has already been in communication with the powers that be, because he was talking in his press yesterday saying, "Oh, I'm going to be playing at night." I mean, which I like, but I haven't spoken to it. I don't know. I could be playing at night. Yeah. Osaka holds for 5-3. Muchova has 2 game points here. It's going to be a slice. Can Kostyuk deal with it? She can. And it's Muchova who misses on the forehand side. So 40-30 there. A question here from Keen. Do you mean when you're talking to them and they don't maybe give you fascinating, insightful answers? Or do you mean just giving you their time? I don't mind if they, don't give fascinating, insightful answers. That could be my questioning, could be their mood, could be anything, could be just their personalities, and that's fine as well. If it's their time, yeah. And there is one player that springs to mind, who was disappointing when I asked him for an interview in Seville last year. Disappointing as well, because actually I find his tennis enthralling, and I love to see him play. Engel is the obvious one. The other one would probably be McDonald for me, Jake. Oh, Ghosty, hi. Sorry, you've been speaking in a different chat. Oh, okay. Animal Adventures here, by the way, asking what happened to Muchova. There was a summoning, Ghosty, yeah, indeed, by Jake. But yeah, Muchova's issue is either hip or back. And honestly, I'm not sure where we're at. I'd be a little bit concerned. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit. Both in terms of lasting this match and going forward. I mean, the scoreboard looks fine. More than fine, isn't it? Up 6-3, on serve in the second. Albeit that game point opportunity she just had has come and gone. So it's deuce now on her serve. I mean, you'd think this is crucial, wouldn't you? I mean, Kostyuk wins this set, and given the physical issues that Muchova's having, you'd make her a warm favourite to progress. But Muchova's 4 games away. I mean, she's 3-2 down on the scoreboard, so it's a bit more than just 4 games away. But you know what I mean? Ah, lovely forehand winner down the line. So smooth. You don't always have to ball bash. The Djokovic back shoulder issue has been ongoing, I think, all tournament, Ghosty. So I wouldn't be so sure about it, in the Struff match. He's been concerned about that for a couple of rounds now. I think we highlighted it as well a couple of days ago. Yeah, Muchova and injuries, Kirit. It's a story, isn't it? It's a thing. Oh, Osaka's won the first set over Coco Gauff, 6-3. Well. And Coco is going to go off for a break. And Muchova has seen another game point come and go. All she needs is an arduous hold right now. Yeah, indeed, about Muchova's health. Then it's Alcaraz second tomorrow, right? Krejcikova, then Lehecka, Alcaraz. Okay, Muchova, game point, comes and goes again. She keeps getting to this game point scenario and then missing. Yeah, but I've just not got enough time at the moment. If they get to the final, then sure, maybe it will be more enthralling. Mute is your favorite when it comes to unnecessary MTOs. Good to have you on board, by the way, Kiwit. Long time. Another game point now for Muchova. Coco Gauff is back. Osaka's going to serve first. It was a useful break of serve for Naomi at the end of that set. Not only to clinch the set with a break, but also serve for it first in the next set. Nobody seems to care about Munar and Musetti. Well, Musetti is leading 3-2 with a break, and he's got 3 game points for 4-2. I guess we'll all care about it when these 2 other women's matches are done, because they're very intriguing right now. Oh, nice, Kirit. You were at Flushing Meadows last week. Which match or matches did you see? Okay, can Muchova put this game away finally? And yes, she will, because it's a mishit forehand from Marta Kostyuk. So 3 games all on grandstand. And Naomi Osaka's off to the perfect start in this second set by winning the first 2 points. She leads 30-love. With a forehand winner there. Time for some water. Okay, 15 love. Marta Kostyuk, 3 all. And Osaka has 3 game points. 40 love, she leads over on Ash. Goes down the tee, misses the first serve. So a second serve. Do hit that like button, by the way. And if you are new to the channel, please hit subscribe and you'll see that wonderful number below. Tick over and you can do a little dance knowing you've made a difference. Huge forehand return from Coco Gauff has landed in, much to mine and Naomi Osaka's surprise. Naomi there looking at the line, perplexed. Me too as well. I thought this had gone out, but no, I guess that replay shows a bit more conclusively it did hit the line. 40-15, an excellent return, by the way. Kostyuk here, 15 all on serve. It's going to be a second serve for Gauff to look at. And a miss-hit backhand, or not a clean hit backhand, let's say. It's probably a bit harsh to say miss-hit, but and it was also a forced error, I would argue, given the pace with which that was hit from Coco. And we're at 40-30 on the Osaka serve. Meanwhile, Kostyuk is at 3 all. 15 all. 15-30, sorry. 15-30. And it's going to be a second serve for Karolina to Muchova to look at. Muchova to look at. Forehand return is not probably venomous enough, I wouldn't have thought. But Muchova's staying in the rally at neutral at the moment. Backhand slice from Karolina. Run around forehand from Marta. It's put her in all sorts of positional problems, though. And Muchova takes advantage. 15-40. 2 break points for the Czech. I tipped Andrei Rublev to beat Felix Auger-Aliassime. That didn't happen today. Am I going to be wrong with my Marta Kostyuk tip as well over Muchova? Osaka is held for 1 love, by the way. Drop shot from Kostyuk. Passing shot is going to be blocked. This one, though. Oh, nearly landed over the net there. There was Muchova kind of, strewn and in no man's land and a sitting duck there at the net. And I thought that Kostyuk wasn't going to be able to pass her. In the end, she just about forced that volley, couldn't get back over the net. Okay, 30-40. Where are you going with this serve, Marta? Backhand return is decent, but what a backhand winner there from Kostyuk, getting an applause from Muchova. Deuce. Yeah, I guess in the US, well, depending on which part of the US and, of course, how big the city is, but Ghosty, if you're in a village, then yeah, I guess you've got a bit of a trek to get an Indian. Gauff here, 30 love on her serve. Kostyuk has a game point now on her serve. Backhand from her cross court is going to clip that line. And that's a huge hold. And you can tell from the relief of those cheers. And now the trainer is on again for Karolina Muchova. I wouldn't be more concerned than I was, say, 20 minutes ago. I just think that she's going to get this at probably every changeover. Meanwhile, Musetti is still up a break on Munar. 4-3, 40-15 he leads right now. look at Muchova there. She does look in some discomfort. Musetti holds for 5-3, by the way. And we've got 2 game points for Coco Gauff on Ash. Yeah, Muchova and injuries, as Kirit highlights. It's a tragedy, really. So, Muchova serving here at 3-4, love 15. Munar, by the way, is at 3-5, and he's love 30 on his serve against Musetti over on Louis Armstrong. Forehand return there from Coco. Forehand from Coco cross court to Osaka's forehand. Ooh, Muchova got out of jail on that point. 15 all. Lovely play there from Osaka. 1 all, 30 love. Forehand return there from Coco. By the way, Muchova is at 15-30 on her serve. I am probably more concerned than ever, but also because of the scoreboard and just seeing how the points are playing out. Yeah. Osaka has 3 game points for 2-1. Slice there from Muchova. There's a bit of a moonball there from Kostyuk. Wonderful backhand there from Muchova, though. 30 all. Muchova's just got to try and hold on here. I mean, she gets to 4 all, then Kostyuk is walking a tightrope, isn't she? So, that might be enough. Might be. But like I say, this set feels like everything. Kostyuk gets the break here and then serves it out. You fear the worst. Muchova moving a bit better in this game, though. Oh, there was a chance there on the forehand side for Muchova, but she blew it. Hits the top of the tape with that forehand, and it comes back on her side. So 30-40. Developing news as well on Louis Armstrong is that Musetti has won the first set over Munar by 6-3. We're certainly hoping for an entertaining clash between Bublik and Sinner, and hopefully Bublik can make it competitive, unlike the French Open encounter. Of course, he did win on grass. Oh, just watching this point. Oh, Muchova, well done. Kostyuk putting that backhand into the net. She slumps to one knee. does Marta. It was a chance for Marta. It was a chance. Four shots or less rally is pretty much a 50-50 scenario between Kostyuk and Muchova. I'm guessing, therefore, Muchova does better in the longer exchanges. But right now, given her body and the physical issues that she's having, she probably doesn't want longer exchanges. Ooh, she's in charge at this point. Is that lob going to work? It is! Karolina Muchova. Only you could do that. Wow. Game point for the Czech. And the Czechs are bouncing. Meanwhile, Gauff Osaka is 1-2, 30 love on the Coco serve. After a backhand error from Naomi into the net. Okay, comes into the net. Has that missed? I think it has. And we've got a hold of serve for Muchova, but she did the splits as she feared that was going to land in. I mean, she tried to get a racket on it, but fortunately it missed. My only concern is that the splits might have made it worse, but I think she's actually okay. 4-all. Wonderful backhand return. Forehand there from Kostyuk. Really, it feels like all about that movement there from Muchova didn't look 100%. Anyway, 15 love Marta. Gauff has a couple of game points. It was 40 love on her serve, but it's now 40-15. Good to see people hitting that subscribe button. A nice, easy forehand winner there for Marta for 30 love. And Gauff has held with an unreturned serve for 2-all. Marta has missed her first serve at 30 love. Is that a double fault from Kostyuk, or is it an unreturned serve? It's an unreturned serve for 40 love. Looked pretty close to being a double fault to me, but okay. Give us a follow on TikTok, by the way, if you are on the TikToks, at Talking Tennis TT. Forehand Kostyuk, winner. Easy, as you like. I think it was 3 forehand winners and an unreturned serve. At Talking Tennis TT on TikTok, Instagram as well, at Talking Tennis TT. And at the moment, until we get our Twitter account back, which may never come back, we are at Talking Tennis 22 on X or Twitter. We even paid our premium subscription. It was taken from us about 2 months after the suspension. We get suspended, I think, end of May, beginning of June. And then mid to late July, they take out $400+ from our account, even though we don't have an account with them, a premium account with an account that works. Okay, when they return to the court, No, well, actually, they say, Ghosty, an automated response is counterfeit goods, selling counterfeit goods. We've never sold anything counterfeit. Yes, we have the merchandise that you're aware of, which is the reputable outlet called Spring, which is used by millions of people around the world. Yeah. I mean, just an example, Tennis TV, their gear is produced and sold through Spring. Many media outlets use Spring and are fine with it. But anyway, I don't even know if it's that. If it's not that, I don't know what else could be described as counterfeit. But you can't talk to a human being about this. It's obviously nonsense. I have my suspicions on where it comes from, but yeah, not more than suspicious. Let's just call it big dogs. Yeah, maybe Ghosty. So yeah, Osaka leads 3-2, by the way. It's the Osaka Gauff match you can just hear in the background. Meanwhile, Muchova serving at 4-5. She should win that point, and she does. At least the shot making and initial movement from her that does look okay. She's still getting pretty much the power I'd expect from these shots. Munar Musetti, by the way, Musetti won the first set by 6-3, and they are at the beginning of the second set on serve. Prabha here on the Muchova Kostyuk match. Prabha, can you please hit subscribe just below the screen? That would be amazing. Also hit that like button as well. If you hit subscribe, you'll see that number, by the way, tick over to 39. Anyway, Prabal is asking about does Muchova's injury happen before the match? No, but she is injury prone and has been an injury prone player, unfortunately, for most of her career, spending large or lengthy spells off the tour. Do I think she's going to retire or not? Not before the end of this set. If it goes to a third, not sure. But I can't see a retirement imminent either because of the scoreboard, but also she's still just about moving okay. 30-15, she leads at 4-5. She's missed the first serve. Meanwhile, Coco Gauff double faults over on Ash at 2-3. Her fifth one of the match, a set and a half in. She'll probably need this to go 3 sets, though. She's going to hit double figures. Osaka, by the way, has not hit one single double fault. It's a good forehand from Coco. Don't say that very often. And it's helped her win the point, 15-all. Talking of winning points, that's what Muchova has just done to get to 40-15. Ooh, Coco in trouble. Coco in trouble. Muchova 40-30, by the way. She dumps that shot into the net. Oh, I'm sure she has. I mean, she was down a double break to Kalinskaya. She was down a double break to Kalinskaya, but also she went 3 sets with Susan Lamers. I think that was 2.5 hours, that one, I think. So although her match today was 1 hour and 5, I would say. Musetti's up an early break on Munar. All right, Gauff here, 15-40 on her serve. This is huge. Please, ladies and gentlemen, says the umpire. Gets the first serve in, but Naomi deals with it. Coco thought about coming to the net, but hesitated. Now it's Naomi on the attack. Not quite, though. We're back at neutral. Changing directions. Gauff hits a backhand into the net, and we've got a break of serve. And Naomi Osaka leads by a set and a break. I leaned Coco before the match began. But a combination of maybe Coco not bringing her best tennis, as has been the case pretty much throughout this tournament thus far, and has been really since the French Open final, I would argue. And it's Naomi Osaka. Today she seems subdued. Some of those other matches, she seemed troubled. Muchova held, by the way, for 5-all. And is that a double fault for Marta Kostyuk to begin this 11th game? I think it was at the corner of my eye, but I'm waiting for the scoreboard to confirm. No, it wasn't, it would seem. No, it was. Love 15. My goodness me, this scoreboard is very slow. Nevertheless, on the TV, I mean. Nevertheless, it is 15-all because she wins with the next point. Huge serve helping her get to that winning point. Why, by the way, Osaka here at 15-all, trying to consolidate the break as we see Viktorovsky looking on. Former coach of Iga Swiatek, of course, now in the box of Naomi Osaka. Is that another double fault from Kostyuk? I think it is for 15-30. It is. Musetti leads 6-3 to love, by the way. A sixth double fault of this match from Kostyuk. Not quite Coco Gauff numbers, but still. Coco comes into the net. She doesn't look super comfortable there. And Naomi wins the point. Passing shot, not the cleanest, but anyway. Kostyuk wins the next point for 30-all. Everyone who hasn't done so, please do hit that like button. It's an ace from Kostyuk, 40-30 for 6-5. Meanwhile, Naomi Osaka, 4-2, 30-15 in this second set. Forehand return there from Coco. Backhand now, Coco cross court. Backhand into the net from Coco. And the US Open winner of 2023, her title hopes right now are hanging by a thread. Kostyuk holds for 6-5. Big news that from 15-30 down. And Musetti leads 6-3 love over on Louis Armstrong. Osaka here, 40-15. Goes down the tee, goes big, but goes too big. So Kostyuk has guaranteed herself at least a tiebreak over on grandstand. Forehand return from Coco's decent. Into the rally. Oh, but the backhand from Coco's missed, and we've got a clenched fist from Naomi Osaka as the clock strikes 1 hour for this match duration. But it is Naomi Osaka who leads 5-2 and is 1 game away from the US Open quarterfinal. And I'm going to say, would that potentially be her first quarterfinal in any Grand Slam since 2020, maybe? Let's have a look. I mean, she gets to whenever she gets to quarterfinals, she wins the tournament. So 2021, she won the Australian Open. And I think that's the last quarterfinal at a Grand Slam that she made. That is 4.5 years ago. More than 4.5 years ago. Anyway, when they return to the court, Coco Gauff is going to serve to stay in the match. What a few weeks Naomi has been having, by the way, with that Canada final, which I know ended in disappointment for her, but bigger picture stuff was obviously much improved. Muchova serving to stay in the second set at 5-6. Misses the first serve. Coco, by the way, serving to stay in the match. And I'm out of water, but I think I'm going to have to see some of these games through because, yeah, there are big moments in these two matches right now. Sorry for Musetti and Munar fans that are obsessing over that match right now, but we've just got some crescendos building at the ends of these second sets. I say ends of these second sets, but one is obviously definitely the end of the second set in terms of the fact we may well have a tie break or a game win for Kostyuk, which will be obviously win the set. Or the other one, of course, might not be at the end of the second set if wonderful forehand winner there from Kostyuk for 15-all. If, of course, Coco gets herself back into this match, which with two big serves there, she has at least got 30 love on her serve. Those big loopy balls are not going to cause Marta any damage. 15-all, 5-6, Muchova Kostyuk. Oh, backhand into the net from Coco, 30-15. Good depth there from Kostyuk, but she's mishit that forehand badly. She's annoyed with herself at that one, 30-15. Osaka goes long, 40-15. Oh, what's going on here? She should win the point. Oh, lovely, Muchova. Lovely. Her court intelligence, prowess, whatever you want to call it, thought is just out of this world. I mean, I thought for sure, but she went the other way. Okay, we've got a match point for Naomi Osaka. So, Gauff serving 2-5, match point, Naomi Osaka. Where are you going with this serve, Coco? It's going to land in at least. Backhand from Coco into the backhand of Naomi Osaka. Forehand from Coco goes into the net. Once it arrived on that forehand, you did fear the worst. She hugs Naomi, and it is Osaka who proceeds. Wow. Remember, Naomi Osaka, when she gets to quarterfinals of Grand Slams, she wins the Grand Slam. Viktorovski, by the way, arms aloft, one step closer to a potential match-off against Iga Swiatek, which would also be a win for set. Viktorovski, yeah. Yeah, we're up to that point where potentially we're going to have a real derby day in terms of the fact that they swapped coaches last year. Wow. Naomi Osaka beats Coco Gauff 6-3, 6-2 and gets to the quarterfinal of the... Oh, just watching this point between Muchova and Kostyuk at the beginning of a tiebreak, by the way. Muchova slipped, and I think it cost her the point, basically. Ultimately, she stayed in it, but we hit 2 hours in that encounter, and it is 1-0 Marta Kostyuk. Osaka had a lot of fun. Kostyuk on fire. 2-love. Backhand winner across court. Ghosty, yeah. Yeah, sorry we're not paying attention to Muna Musetti. Osaka saying thanks to her team, we've been through a lot. Well, Fissette joined about 3 weeks ago and has overseen, I think, a final in Canada and 4 wins in New York. All 3-love. Kostyuk. Volley. Winner. Naomi believing. Naomi believing. Is she believing in a Grand Slam title-winning run? (4-0) Kostyuk. This is getting ugly now for Muchova. I don't think so, Ghosty. I think she's not moving 100%, but I think she can last the match. But we'll see. I think she can last the match, but I just don't know if that movement is going to be enough for her to win the match. 5-0 Kostyuk. Because she's not hitting the ball as big as she used to either. She's not the biggest hitter on the tour anyway, but... Muchova misses on the forehand. It's 6-0 at the change of ends. Ghosty, that's the $66,000 question. And unfortunately, neither myself nor Karolina have an answer to that one about why she's so vulnerable. Musetti is running away with the second set. He leads 5-love on Munar, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, but I think she's been given a few of these points as well. I mean, it's dominant in terms of the scoreline for sure. 6-0 it is to Kostyuk, so it's 6 set points for the Ukrainian. First serve from Muchova goes into the net. This doesn't bode well. Slice there from Muchova. It's going to be a winner, is it? No, Muchova's on the defense, but it's not going to be enough. 7-0 tiebreak win, Marta Kostyuk. And it has... She's not shaking hands yet anyway. I think she's going to go to the bathroom, is she, Muchova? At least, maybe for some sort of reset. I did pick Coco. Ashley here asking if I picked Coco today. Yeah, I did. I did indeed. All right. Well, Gauff versus Osaka done. Let's redirect you all from Gauff Osaka to Muchova Kostyuk. And there's just 2 matches now live. Remember to hit that like button on all the videos that we're watching. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please do hit subscribe. Let's get Gauff Osaka redirected to Muchova against Kostyuk. We lost Jake, by the way, it would seem. Anyway, you're going to get automatically redirected from Gauff versus Osaka to the third set of Muchova against Kostyuk. And Musetti has 2 set points on Jaime Muna. It's 15-40 on the Spaniard serve at love 5. Hi, Kenny. Kenny Sheck, can you please hit subscribe below? Thank you. There you go, Ghosty. Just sort of beamed in here like Star Trek. Does it automatically just bring you through, or do you have to click another button, Ghosty? Or do you just wait and it just redirects you automatically? Or does it come up as an option and you have to click on it? So just automatically you do nothing, or you do actually actively have to click on something? But the winner of Muchova Kostyuk, by the way, will play Naomi Osaka in the quarterfinals, and the winner of Anisimova Hadab-Mai will play Iga Swiatek. Just zapped you in, so you just sat back, opened your Cubans, and it just wheeled you in. Magic, wonderful. I like that. Talking tennis magic, indeed. So you can see the results on the screen from earlier today with Iga Swiatek winning in straight sets, and Osaka replicating that level of victory, if you like, with a straight sets win over Coco Gauff. Iga losing 4 games across the 2 sets, Naomi losing 5. But both coming through in just over an hour. Coco Gauff, the 2023 champion, has not looked really anywhere close to that 2023 form throughout the tournament, and really hasn't looked close to winning big matches since the French Open. I guess an interview with Gavin is not going to be happening anytime soon. I emailed him on the eve of the tournament saying, can we have a chat post-tournament? And I didn't get a response, but I thought, well, if Coco wins the title, I think I'll probably get a nice response saying, yeah, sure. I don't see that happening now. Just seeing some highlights from the Coco Naomi match with Coco spraying left, right, and center. And coming to the net and not having any joy there either. Joe Curtis on Twitch saying, Coco lost and I predicted it. Although not quite probably as convincingly as it turned out. And Musetti has bageled Munar in the second set for 6-love. Joe Curtis is supporting Muchova, hoping that Muchova manages to prevail. Okay, I'm going to get Munar against Musetti on my big screen. But at this rate, Munar-Musetti could be done before the end of Kostyuk. Muchova. Musetti and Munar racing through their match with 15 all on the Musetti serve at the beginning of the third set. The first 2 sets both going the way of the Italian, 6-3, 6-love. So a dominant performance thus far from Lorenzo. I did think Lorenzo would win, but I just didn't realize it would be quite as comfortable as this. I don't know if Jaime is suffering from something physical at all. But at this rate, we should be done within the hour, one way or another. Muchova's back on court. Munar has hit a shot into the net. And it's 30-15 for Lorenzo. Muchova back. That's the key. I mean, back is also the part of her body, I think, that's giving her the most trouble. Kostyuk was talking to her coach. Yeah, I think Muchova will keep going for now, at least. But, yeah. Why am I echoing? Still echoing. Oh dear. Oh dear for Muchova, because she lost the first 2 points, but she has won the third, 15-30. Another brick in the wall. I mean, Coco used to be the wall in so many respects in terms of her tennis, but yeah, not today. Coco ain't doing herself any favors with the 33 unforced errors. Wow, 33 across 2 quickish sets. Anyway, Muchova's won the next 2 points to get it to 30 all. Alexandrova, of course, still has the doubles. She's going to be playing alongside Zhang against Venus Williams and Leylah Fernandez later on this evening. Muchova has a game point here at 40-30. Good depth there from Marta. Marta really moving her opponent around the court right now, which is probably what she has to do. But what a backhand winner that is from Karolina Muchova. Clenched fists. She still believes. Go Muchova, says Mateus. Mateus, if you haven't already done so, wonderful picture of that tiger, by the way. Maybe you're an Arina Sabalenka fan. If you haven't already done so, Mateus, can you please hit that subscribe button and you'll see that number just there. Just tick over to 39 and you'll know that was you. And you can do a little dance. Wow, Coco with 8 winners and 33 unforced errors. Yeah, it's not a great ratio. Marta Kostyuk looking dumbfounded after that backhand winner. Good news for Munar is he's won a game, stopping the rot. I'm guessing he lost something like 7 or 8 games in a row. Ooh, Musetti will be disappointed with that backhand, though. Hey, Nerlan. Another brick in the wall. Okay. Kostyuk is serving 15 love. They do pull some pretty interesting faces, Ghosty, I agree. 15 all on the Kostyuk serve. Cunha, by the way, talking of injuries, he's another one who's got injured. Jake, you're back. Kostyuk here, 30 all on her serve. Just writing to Fergus. So. Oh, Munar has a couple of great points. How about that? He's not broken the Musetti serve yet in this match. That drop shot was one of the worst drop shots you'll ever see from Karolina Muchova. There's various things you do and don't want to do with the drop shot. First of all, you don't want to have too much height on it. Secondly, you don't want to have too much bounce on it. Thirdly, you want it to drop just over the net. You don't want it to be too deep. That was too deep, had lots of bounce, and went high over the net. So, yeah. One of the break points for Musetti's been saved, so 30-40 over on Louis Armstrong. Back here on grandstand, though. Kostyuk here at 40-30. Goes down the tee, and is it an ace? It is. So Kostyuk holds. Just going to get my charger. Musetti saves another break point, and Munar is on the floor. Yeah. All right. But still, for me, Kostyuk Muchova is where it's all at the moment. 1-1, 2 hours and 20 minutes on the clock. Unless this set is one with a double break, it may well given the rally lengths, hit the 3-hour mark. And if it goes to a tiebreak, I'm sure we'll hit the 3-hour mark. Backhand to backhand right now. Now it's on the forehand of Marta Kostyuk. And Marta Kostyuk, I feel as though I've seen her do that a few times today. She shanked the forehand. I am going to get some water. Meek here asking, how's Muchova looking? Is she moving okay? Not perfectly, no. But maybe 90% Muchova. The one thing I would say, she's not an explosive player anyway. So that's one thing I will say. Ghosty here suggesting that she is messed up. It's just that she's not the most explosive of players anyway. So if this was Sabalenka striking the ball like this, or Iga moving like this, then you'd go, oh, phew, what a drop-off. With Muchova, because her game is very different, there's a drop-off, but it's not necessarily going to cost her the match, as we can see, making this second set and third set very competitive. Plus, if she gets a few gifts from Marta, it might be enough to see it through. She's going to come into the net here. She puts that volley away. See, that's her net prowess, you see. And even if your back's not working fine, you can put volleys away like that when you're as talented as Karolina is. Meek or Miek, by the way. I don't know if you, or even Mike, maybe you want to be called. Can you, I've not seen you before. It would be great if you hit subscribe. Below this big screen here, there's a button that says subscribe. And there's also a button that says like as well. That would be great. And if you click subscribe, you'll see that little number just below my head. Click over. Whew. Oh, there we go. Clicked over. Nice. Muchova's held, by the way, for 2-1. So over to you, Marta Kostyuk. Musetti got out of that hole, by the way. Saved those break points, and now leads 2-1 against Jaime Munar. Everyone as well tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please hit the lovely backhand winner there from Musetti. Love 15. Everyone tuning in, please pay attention. Listen up. Big news. A lot of people are not getting notifications at the moment for when we're going live, folks. So really, really important. That notification bell, which I think is over there, I think, in the top right-hand corner of your screen as you look. There's the notification bell there. Click on it and say, yes, I want Talking Tennis notifications for when content goes out. How many likes are we on, by the way, Ghosty? You're my like man. And yes, 7-0 for the tiebreak was a bit wild, Mike, but maybe Muchova was like when she was down 3 or 4-0, and she did just slip slightly on one of the points, and I wasn't sure if that jarred her a little bit, but now she's had that little break. She seems to have been refreshed. Okay, here we go. 15 all. Marta is also someone who might give you a gift or two. You know, she's not exactly Santa Claus, but yeah. 15 all. And that was a gift there as well. 15 likes. Okay, Ghost. Let's get to 20 likes. Come on. Come on, boys and girls. Okay, Muchova on the defense. Doesn't manage to defend that 30-15. Musetti Munar, by the way, is about as popular as something very unpopular. I was going to say something a little controversial there. Kostyuk here, 30-15. Musetti is 15-30 on the Munar serve, by the way. Ooh, has that gone long for Marta? It has. Look at that expression there. Very demonstrative. 30 all. This match will come down to the freebies. I think you might be right, Miek. Jake, no comment. I don't know Lamans, and I think that's the way we pronounce it, Lamans. I just haven't seen him play, so what can I say? I like the character of Martinez, of course. And I think he's a decent keeper, better than anything we've got. I just don't know anything about Lamans. Ooh, break point for Karolina Muchova. Look at that face for Marta Kostyuk, by the way. Coming down to the freebies. Yeah, it could be. Could be sell on in terms of over here and now, because you'd think even if Lamans is a dud, just the fact he's so young, he'd still probably be worth 20 million in a couple of years. Kostyuk there on the forehand. Good back. Oh, what a backhand from Karolina Muchova. Kostyuk came into the net and couldn't deal with it. She couldn't deal with it, and she knows it. 3-1, Karolina Muchova with a break. And can she hold on? She's 3 games away from a spot in the quarterfinals. Muchova would be playing Naomi Osaka potentially in that quarterfinal. I mean, it's definitely Naomi Osaka that lies in wait. It's just a case of whether it's Marta Kostyuk or Karolina Muchova who is there to face her. Just texting Fergus about Sinner Bublik, which we're going to do later. Uh, 30-15 for Muchova here as we see 10 unforced errors in just this 4.5 games alone off the racket of Marta Kostyuk. Mussetti's up a break and has a game point for 4-1 on Munar, by the way. Maybe you're ahead of me, Jake. I've got 30-15. Backhand return from Marta. Marta hanging in there. Marta chasing this down, and she's missed. So I'm guessing you aren't ahead of me. 40-15 now for Karolina Muchova. Oh. Okay. Slices here from Karolina. Oh, Muchova, well done! Huge forehand there. 4-1 she leads. Musetti, by the way, is now advantage, got a game point for 4-1. But boy, oh boy, Muchova has had to dig deep here. Having lost that second set tiebreak by 7 points to 0, and also the physical struggles that you can see that she had, either due to the back or hip or combination of the two. Jake, there is a Sinner Bublik watch along. If you check the message I sent you earlier, you'll see. And yeah, there is a watch along for that. So, yeah. Musetti here, 3-1 deuce. I think it's going to be Ferguson me, Jake. Oh, wonderful forehand winner there from Musetti for an advantage again. Oh, let me get my Kostyuk and Muchova back on my phone. Good. We need you. We need you to keep us awake. Well past midnight in both Germany and in the UK, as you know. I mean, it'll start just after midnight, but even if it's a comfortable straight sets win for Bublik, we'll still be live at 1, 2 in the morning. Yeah, typical Arsenal, really. I mean, I think Liverpool were there for the taking, but as per normal. Musetti holds for 4-1. We've seen it so often from Arsenal against Liverpool away, Man City away, even United away to some extent. Yeah. Just a disappointment because I want to see a title race this year, and I feel as though even though it's been close on points at times, the 3 or 4 Arsenal title efforts have just never felt real. And it can happen. I remember under Ferguson, we won the title or we finished second. There was probably 2 or 3 years under Ferguson when we finished second. It didn't feel like a second. I think Arsenal 01-02. I think actually we might finish third that year, even though it was actually a defeat by us that gave Arsenal the title. And obviously 03-04 when Arsenal, had all those draws to stay unbeaten for the title. Anyway, Kostyuk here, drop shot. It's going to win the point and the game for 2-4 or 4-2. Yeah, Jake, agree. Oh, there's a Liverpool fan in the crowd at the Musetti-Munar match. Or at least there's a person with a Liverpool shirt. Leah, I just wondering what language that is. I don't know it. Maybe it's Romanian? Maybe. Leah, if you could hit the like button, though, that would be the thumbs up button, below the screen. And also the subscribe button, too, if you could. Leah has what looks like a combination of, is that a baseball and a football, maybe? Or even a tennis ball and a football? Not sure. I think it's probably more like a baseball and a football there. Either that or it's a snail with a football. That would be a weird combo. Okay. Good news for Kostyuk fans. She's won the first point here on the Muchova serve. Terrible news for Munar is that he's down 2-0 and a break. And he's spraying forehands. Love 30 on the Muchova serve. Clenched fist from Kostyuk. Muchova comes into the net. Wonderful serve volley there. There she was on the stretch. There she was physically tested. $15-30. Munar is looking like a beaten man right now. 1-4 in the third set, 15-30. Which will finish first? Muchova Kostyuk or Munar Musetti? I'm going Munar Musetti, by the way. Drop shot Munar is not going to work. That's not going to work either. Lovely volley there from Musetti at the back on the backhand side. 15-40. Okay, Muchova here. 15-30 on her serve. She's hanging in here a bit. Kostyuk comes into the net and forces the error, I think, with that net rush. Panicked Muchova into thinking, my goodness me, I'm going to have to hit a big winner here. And probably didn't have to. Because Kostyuk at the net is not always the most prowessy, dominant, let's say. Anyway, 15-40, 2 break points for Marta Kostyuk. There's been quite a few twists and turns in this encounter. Do we have another twist in the tail? Muchova comes into the net. Oh, wow, Karolina Muchova, a little bit lucky, but I think she's earned that with the stretching again, serving and volleying. Honestly, Muchova at the net is just wow. A little bit lucky with that net cord, but still. And by the way, Musetti's 5-1 serving for the match. Musetti might be through by the time you reconnect, Jake. Muchova down the tee. Did that clip the net? I think it did. So it's going to be another first serve for Karolina. Musetti 5-1, 15-love up on his serve. So pretty sure Musetti Munar is going to finish first. Oh, good serve there from Muchova. Deuce. So Muchova serving here, 4-2 deuce. Musetti serving 5-1, 15 all. Oh, good shot there from Kostyuk, though, forcing the error. Another break point for Marta Kostyuk. She's had 2 in this game already. Musetti, 30-15, 2 points away from the win. Break point number 3 in this game for Marta Kostyuk. Muchova 4-2. She's close, but as yet no cigar for Karolina Muchova. With this serve, you're going to go into the body and it's going to do the trick. Kostyuk couldn't deal with it. Ended up getting a racket on it, but skewing it way out. Yeah, Musetti's 30 all on his serve. 2 points away still. Good serve down the tee from Muchova. And again, Kostyuk can't deal with it. And it's a game point for Karolina Muchova. Is she going to serve volley? She normally serves volleys into the deuce court when she does. Is she going to serve volley here? 2 hours, 43 minutes on the clock. I posited that if we get to say 6-4, 6-3, we might hit the 3 hour mark, but I'm not so sure now. She's missed the first serve and she wasn't going to serve volley. Match point, Lorenzo Musetti, by the way. Game point, Karolina Muchova. Both are about to serve. Where do I look? They're both basically in mid-service motion. It's tricky to know which way to look. Musetti's got it done, by the way. He is through. Oh, and Muchova's just hit a backhand into the net for deuce. Munar thoroughly outclassed by Lorenzo. 6-3, 6-love, 6-1. Bit of emotion there from Lorenzo as well upon match point, which is a little surprising given the comfort with which he had. But also a slight sigh of relief. It's almost like he's just come through a 5-setter. Anyway, he is through. For the loss of just 4 games. There's that Italian chef who basically just jumps on every Italian bandwagon he can find in New York. It used to be Matteo Berrettini. Now it's Lorenzo Musetti, and I think there's been 1 or 2 other Italians in between. Okay, second serve here at deuce for Muchova to deliver and Kostyuk to look at. I don't think she'll be serving and volleying on this second serve, as I see Munar looking pretty dejected, but he does put a hand up. Oh, and Kostyuk's gone big on the return, and it's way too big on that 76-mile-an-hour second serve. It was there to be attacked with a runaround forehand, and yet she blew it. Well, well, well. Oh, hello. Joining the Musetti Munar stream. A lot of people in the Muchova Kostyuk stream. I'm sure they would appreciate your attendance there as well, asking questions about the Rublev match. Yeah, Rublev was just outclassed, really. And it's kind of where we're at right now. Muchova holds for 5-2. She had to save 3 break points, but I don't know if she saved them or she was gifted them, as Marta Kostyuk turned into Santa Claus for 20 minutes. In fact, probably really the whole of this third set really has been a lot of Santa offerings. Anyway, the Rublev match, yeah, it's kind of where Andrei's at right now. As he walked off court, I said back to the drawing board. Well, I feel as though it's the drawing board has been closed and packed up and gone elsewhere, because I don't really know what Rublev can do with the tools that he has to offer us. We were once reminded by Stefanos Tsitsipas. I'm going to end the Musetti Munar stream, and automatically you are going to be redirected to Muchova versus Kostyuk, which is nearing a conclusion. Hey. Okay, Kostyuk here serving 2-5, 15 love. Hey, Jake, good to see you back. Was that on the scoreboard, Nerland? Did it say 40-50 or something? That's that's kind of amusing. Both Huaymi Munar fans have just joined us, by the way, from the other stream. Kostyuk here at 40 love, by the way, so she has 3 game points as she hits another ace. That's her 6th of the match. And she's held. So, can Kostyuk serve this out? Time will tell. Total points won, 101 to both players. Of course, if Muchova serves this out, that does mean that she will ultimately win more points, whatever. So 5-3. Run around forehand return from Kostyuk. Good forehand down the line there from Muchova. It's forced the error. I think that was a forced error, but maybe I'm being generous. 15 love. So Muchova 3 points away from her 3rd consecutive US Open quarterfinal. At this stage in 2023, I recall her beating Sorana Chastea. Body serve there, and that's going to work. The body serve has been pretty effective at times in this 3rd set. Little giggle there from someone in the crowd. Maybe they're laughing at the fact that Marta just hasn't worked out the body serve yet. Okay, second serve here, though, for Kostyuk to look at, but she is on the brink of defeat. Backhand return is going to miss from Santa Claus, a.k.a. Marta Kostyuk, as she gives another gift wrapped up in glistening paper. 40 love, 3 match points for Karolina Muchova. Boy, has she had to dig deep today. Where are you going to go with this serve, Karolina? You are going out wide, but you're going to miss the first serve. So, second serve. Muchova here. Backhand return. Forehand from Muchova. Good depth on that. Now she's got a chance to attack, but doesn't take it. We're still very much into the rally here as they slice both of them. Forehand from Kostyuk, cross court. That's a good forehand. Oh, wonderful backhand from Marta Kostyuk. Winner, 40-15. Was Muchova a little bit cautious in that rally? I think there was a chance to go on the attack that she didn't take. Probably so familiar with the fact that Marta has given her a few gifts in this set that she thought another one would come one way or another. 2 hours, 52 minutes on the clock. So if Muchova serves this out, the likely chance is we don't quite hit the 3-hour mark. 40-15. Where are you going with this serve? Down the tee, but no, lands in the net. So a second serve once again. The previous one was under 70 miles an hour, so it was really there for Marta. But anyway, here we go. Forehand return is just what Marta probably wanted, but we're into the rally right now. Muchova slices into the net, so that's 2 match points come and go. How are we going to get on with the third one? A first serve is much needed. I can see it being into the body, and I can even see maybe a serve volley, but she does tend to prefer the serve volley in the deuce court. 77 miles an hour, that previous one. Okay. How are we going to get on with this serve? We are going to down the tee. She doesn't serve volley, but it's gone long on the return. And Karolina Muchova holds her head back. Wow. She had to dig deep for this 6-3, 6-7, 6-3 win. There's a coolish sort of handshake, one of those kind of handshakes. She holds her head in her hands. She is relieved because this was a battle of physical levels as well as mental and as well as tennis technique, let's say. But she comes through. Did she get a helping hand from Marta Kostyuk? No doubt about that. But the story of the match was quite simply, she gets the break in the first set and she holds on to it. She was the ruthless one in terms of the break point opportunities in that first set. Kostyuk had her chances. She didn't take them. Karolina did. The second set, though, is when things went really interesting because Karolina needed a medical timeout for a physical issue. It seemed to be either the back or the hip or maybe even both. As again, we started to worry about Karolina's durability and ability to last throughout tournaments. It's been a story of her career, and it's been a problem throughout her career. And yeah, she had a medical timeout. She was a breakdown as well in that second set. She gets the break back pretty quickly, and maybe that was gifted to her as well. Nevertheless, Kostyuk did well then to force the tiebreak. And when we went into that tiebreak, you thought, okay, the winner of this tiebreak wins the match. Of course, if Muchova wins it, then she wins the match. But the manner in which she won that tiebreak really was a cause for concern because Kostyuk crushed her 7-0, and Karolina was not moving very well. There was even a little slip from her at one point, and it really seemed like she gave up the ghost in that. She then goes off court for a reset, and it was enough. She comes back, and she's moving much better in the third set. But again, the unforced errors, the mishits and the shanks off the forehand from Marta, the returns that were being blasted out and other shots into the net. And ultimately, it was enough to help Karolina get over the line. Let's see what she's got to say.
So nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your energy.
We clearly love you here in New York City. I don't know if you've thought about this, but you are the queen of 3 sets this week. Every single singles match you've played has gone the distance. We've talked about the physicality, but a lot of tennis is up here. How do you think that your mentality has pushed you over the finish line this week?
I mean, this queen thing, I would give it to anyone else. But yeah, I don't know. I was a little bit struggling, but then I think I caught the second breath, and I was just, just trying to fight. I love this tournament. I was like, I'm gonna give it my all and see, and now I'm standing here, and then yeah, it's super nice.
Well, one last question for you. I have to say, I was looking through your Instagram. It's great. If you don't follow her, go ahead. And I saw that there were some photos of you with some coffee cups. I think everyone wants to know, what is your go-to order? And have you found any great places here in New York City?
If I found good places?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many. There's every corner is such a good place, such a good coffee. My go-to order would be either a flat white or a cappuccino. No? Very, very basic, but yeah, that's what I usually get.
Well, that's great. Congratulations again. Grandstand loves you. We all love you. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
There we go. Karolina Muchova is through to the quarterfinals. Goes to here seeing, yeah, I know, interesting. There's somebody in a wheelchair that conducted that. I haven't seen her before, but that's great to see. Yeah, you will be directed, by the way, automatically to the Sinner Bublik stream. So just be redirected and just stay there. Flat was perhaps the performance of Marta Kostyuk in that third set in particular. Anyway, we've got a doubles match to enjoy shortly between Alexandrova. Of course, she lost her singles match earlier on to Iga Swiatek, alongside Shui Zhang, who are going to be playing Leylah Fernandez and Venus Williams in a third-round match at the doubles. Thanks for the commentary. Great. Thank you, Miek or Mike. I'm assuming you've already done so. You've hit that subscribe button, but whoever is on board right now and hasn't hit subscribe, please do so. And yeah, please join us for Jannik Sinner against Bublik. At the end of this stream, you'll be redirected there. Just wait, and then you'll be automatically there when we start. Yes, it will be in 2 hours, Kaya. Kaya was asking about Andrei Rublev, by the way, earlier, who lost in straight sets. Kaya is a bit of an Andrei fan. I know there are 1 or 2 other Andrei Rublev fans as well in the chat. Jane, if you're lurking, sorry about that, because, yeah, he went out in straight sets to Felix Auger-Aliassime earlier in that 4th round clash. By the way, Muchova, in terms of the draw, I'm going to have a quick look at the draw right now. We'll be playing in the quarterfinals. We'll be playing Naomi Osaka, who came through in straight sets over Coco Gauff. And so, yeah, this is that section of the draw. Iga Swiatek awaits the winner of Anisimova and Beatrice Haddad-Maia, and then the winner of Swiatek against Haddad-Maia or Anisimova will play the winner of Muchova and Osaka. Muchova into her 3rd consecutive US Open quarterfinal. It is Naomi Osaka's first Grand Slam final since, Grand Slam quarterfinal since January 2021. And let me tell you a stat about Naomi Osaka that you may or may not be aware. When she reaches the quarterfinal of a Grand Slam, she wins the Grand Slam. So let's see. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. We'll be here again very, very soon, or in a couple of hours anyway, for Bublik against Sinner. But that is coming up in a couple of hours. In the meantime, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.